Hey everyone, it's the Redux. In my previous accent video, I decided not to include any voice clips because HBO is terrible when it comes to fair use, but you know what, screw it, we're doing voice clips in this one. Should have done it from the start, to be honest. And I'm also using this opportunity to correct some of the mistakes I made, so thanks to my big international audience for getting mad at me. Enjoy. There's a whole bunch of different accents in Game of Thrones. In the north, in the south, in Essos, although not everyone can tell them apart. People still use the phrase British accent as though there aren't like 500 accents and 40 dialects on this island. So I thought I'd run through most of the characters in this show and break down what their accents are and where they're from in real life. We'll go region by region, starting with the great continent of Westeros itself. Generally speaking, most of the northern characters have a South Yorkshire accent, more specifically a Sheffield accent. The city of Sheffield is in the north of England, south of Leeds and east of Manchester. It's home to such landmarks as the Sheffield Botanical Gardens, the Cathedral Church of St Peter and St Paul, and the world's first Greggs drive-thru. Let's go. The characters in the south of Westeros generally boast one or two accents depending on their place in the feudal system. The nobility use received pronunciation, also known as RP, best described as the regionally neutral middle-class accent of England. Some linguists would rather call the modern, more casual form of RP Standard Southern British English, which is essentially what my accent is. Westerosi's southern commoners, however, tend to have a more Cockney accent. The Cockney accent comes from the London working class, although it's spread across the south of England. It's sometimes referred to as a working class accent. Got all that? Good. Let's run through the characters, starting with the north. Lord Ned Stark speaks with Sean Bean's actual accent.
Just want to fight a man for real. I don't want him to know what I can do.
The Sheffield accent, which basically laid the groundwork for most of the northern characters. His son Robb is played by a Glaswegian.
I'm Lord of Winterfell while my father is away.
And his bastard Jon Snow is played by a Southern Englander.
I may be a bastard, but he is my father and Robb is my brother.
Yet both characters emulate Ned's northern accent. Benjen Stark.
Rode all day. Didn't want to leave you alone with the Lannisters.
Roderick Cassell.
The guardsmen just rode in from the hills. I've captured a deserter from the Night's Watch.
Jory Cassell.
I'm here on behalf of Lord Eddard Stark.
Robert Glover.
I've only just taken back this castle from the Ironborn.
Clay Kerwin.
The war is over. Winter has come.
Wyman Manderley.
Lady Mormont speaks harshly and truly.
Harold Karstark.
Ned Stark's last surviving son.
The Great John and the Small John are all nobles who speak the Sheffield accent.
Enter the twins alone. He'll sell you to the Lannisters as he likes.
Your people share blood with the Starks, don't they? But here we are.
The Great John in particular has a very strong Yorkshire accent. Lyanna Mormont speaks with a Nottinghamshire accent.
My mother wasn't a great beauty or any other kind of beauty. She was a great warrior though.
Which is interesting because her cousin Sir Jorah Mormont has a rich southern RP accent.
This isn't Westeros where men honour blood. Here they only honour strength.
Despite his family members having southern accents, Theon Greyjoy has interestingly developed the Sheffield accent of his hosts.
I've been Lord Stark's ward since I was 8 years old.
Every commoner we see up north also has this accent, including Old Nan.
Don't listen to it. Crows are all liars.
Roz.
You're not the only nobleman in my life, you know.
Ollie.
You don't mean it, do you? Telling the wildlings you want to make peace.
And young Hodor.
And lowers it when he's going to daughter a lady.
Adult Hodor, of course, speaks with a Hodorese accent.
Hodor.
When these Winterfell guards greet Arya in Season 7, they say,
"Heyo,"
which is a classic Yorkshire greeting. Hey, that guard looks familiar.
Can I call you Ned?
Fuck off.
Oh look, it's Johnny Storm as well. How did he get there?
It's cold and we're busy, so you know. Best fuck off.
Alright, moving on to the northern wildcards now. Lord Rickard Karstark also has a Sheffield accent.
Sir Alton's pen is occupied, your grace. The prisoners from the Yellow Folk.
Except in Season 1, where he's played by a different actor and has an Irish accent.
They can keep their red castle. And their iron chair too.
Catelyn Stark speaks with an RP accent like her family members down south because she's from the Riverlands.
Pen is too young to say such things.
Her children Sansa.
Would you shut up?
Bran.
Jon said he was a deserter.
Arya.
Where's the imp?
And Rickon.
Old Nan said they turn your skull into a cup.
All speak their mother's accent, which is interesting because they were raised fully in Winterfell. We could chalk the girls' accents up to spending more time with their mother and their southern scepter than their father, but I can't think of any excuse for the boys. Sometimes the actors' personal accents can seep through into their performance. Michelle Fairley's Northern Irish accent sometimes pokes through, as does the West Country twang of Maisie Williams, who was raised in Somerset in southwest England. For those who don't know it, an exaggerated version of the stereotypical West Country accent is spoken by Hagrid in the Harry Potter films.
I won it. Of a stranger I met down the pub. Seemed quite glad to be rid of it, as a matter of fact.
Maester Lewin and Walken both speak with Southern RP.
Pardon, my lord, my lady.
Shall I have a grave dug for her, my lord?
Which makes sense because they're maesters, so we can say that they're from the south originally. What makes less sense is Roose Bolton and Ramsay Snow's RP accents.
Thanks to you, the false king Stannis Baratheon is dead.
This is good meat. Feed it to the hounds.
Alongside Emira and Jojen Reed, they are the only northern nobles to speak this way.
I'm unarmed. My sister carries the weapon.
I'm better with them.
Maybe to differentiate them, make them more villainous, I'm not sure. Ramsay has a slight Welsh twang to some of his words, as the actor Iwan Rhian was raised in Cardiff. Maybe it's just a regional Dreadfort thing. After all, Miranda and Locke also have Southern English accents. Miranda speaks with RP.
I like your dress. Who made it for you?
Despite being a commoner, and Locke speaks with a Cockney accent.
The king in the north hears I had the Kingslayer and let him go, he'd be taking it right off.
Albeit a slightly Australian one, because, you guessed it, the actor Noah Taylor isn't Aussie. Just for the sake of completionism, the direwolves/dogs also have accents. No, really. Dogs have different accents based on where they live and what their owners sound like. Or something. Moving northwards to the Wall. Lord Commander Geor Mormont shares his niece's Sheffield accent.
I thought a wolf was more appropriate for you than a bear.
But not his son's RP accent. The Lord Steward Bowen Marsh has the same accent, as House Marsh is from the north.
You shouldn't be alive. It's not right.
We don't know where specifically Gren and Yoren are from, but they speak with northern accents too.
Why didn't you get up and fight?
Don't look!
Let me go! Let me go!
Shut your mouth!
We've actually got some nice wildcards up here. Pip has a Cockney accent.
Prince Porkchop. Where is he?
Which makes sense because he's a common-born singer from Aegon Hall in the Riverlands. Dolorous Ed is from House Telet, a noble Vale house, yet he speaks with a northern accent instead of RP.
I was born in a place like this.
Likewise, Alistair Thorne speaks with a northern accent despite being from the south. He's from the Crownlands.
Do you boys even remember the last winter? How long's it been now? What, 10 years?
Maester Aemon is a Targaryen from King's Landing, so of course he has a classic RP accent going on.
Love is the death of duty.
Interestingly, Rast does have a northern accent, but it's not a Sheffield one. If anything, it sounds kind of Scouse to my ears. Scouse being the colloquial term for the Liverpudlian dialect, aka the Liverpool accent from the north of England.
So you admit you've got a hidden larder then? How else you make it through winter?
Then we have one of the few Irish accents in the entire show outside of the Season 1 cast arc jumpscare, Othel Yarwick, the first builder. He claims to have been from White Harbour.
My mother's still living in White Harbour.
Oh, and how could I forget? The fucking legend of Gin Alley. Carl Tanner, who speaks with a Mancunian accent in my opinion, this being the accent from the northern English city of Manchester.
It's cold outside. And there's nothing to eat.
Interestingly, the character's not actually from the north. He's from Flea Bottom in King's Landing, which is traditionally home to Cockney characters. Quite how he became a Manc in the bowels of King's Landing, I have no idea. Moving further northwards beyond the Wall, the wildling characters generally have two types of accents. The Sheffield accent I've been banging on about, and a variety of Scandi accents. No Scottish, I'm afraid. Even though they're wild people beyond the Wall, they're clearly meant to be Scottish. Why are none of them Scottish? Anyway, Mance Rayder.
We don't kneel for anyone beyond the wall.
Ygritte.
In your hearts, all you crows want to fly free.
Orell and Gilly have Sheffield accents.
I know the difference between shouting and thunder.
This High Septon Maynard, he recorded everything. He even recorded his own bowel movements.
Tormund Giantsbane and Carsey, however, throw some Scandi flavouring into the mix.
Maybe it's ghosts.
Beat the White Walkers. Good luck with that. Run from them, maybe.
Tormund's actor is from Norway, Carsey's actress is from Denmark. The Lord of Bones has both at the same time. Let me explain. In Season 2 and 3, he has the classic Sheffield accent.
Already got one, Crow. Don't need two.
But when he returns in Season 5, he's doing a generic Scandi voice, I think, despite being played by a Welshman. I don't really know why.
Last time I saw you, the little crow was your prisoner. The other way around now.
You know what time it is? Wildcard time. Craster has a mild Welsh accent.
You Southerners make good wine. I'll give you that.
And Styr, the Magnar of the Fens, has a Russian accent.
Got some supper from a village down that way.
No, really, the actor is Russian, and his replacement, Loboda, is played by a Bulgarian.
I say we send the Lord Commander back to Castle Black, with no eyes.
Holy shit, the Fens are Slavic. I had no idea. I'm so glad I made this video. However, he doesn't actually have a Bulgarian accent, according to some of my Bulgarian viewers. Brynden Rivers, was he ever confirmed to actually be Brynden Rivers? Well, I guess he is now, with Hot D, right? Anyway, the first Brynden has a southern RP accent.
I've been many things. Now, I am what you see.
The second sounds like famous actor Max von Sydow going for RP, but it sounds pretty Swedish to me.
That's enough for one day. We'll visit again another time.
The only child of the forest we hear speak, Leaf, also speaks with RP, which is kind of disappointing.
The first men called us the children, but we were born long before them.
An ancient race like the Children of the Forest speak with the same accent as the descendants of the Andals down south? Couldn't she have been Scottish? I just want a Scottish accent. We have 3 in Hot D, but I guess that's another video. Oh, and to be a completionist, the White Walkers do not speak, no accent. Although in the books it's said that their laughter sounds like ice breaking, which is pretty metal. Marching down to the south of Westeros at last. Let's begin with the Riverlands. Edmure and Brynden Tully speak with RP.
Listen very carefully. The laws of gods and men are very clear. No man can compel another man to marry. The laws of my fist are about to compel your teeth.
As do Walder Frey and his sons, Stevron and Rhaegar.
Father, you forget yourself.
Father, please.
I need lessons in courtesy from you, bastard!
Holy shit, there really weren't many Riverlords in the show, were there? Moving on to commoners then. The Bandit, Gattins and Morgan have Cockney accents.
Thing about Gattins, right, is he used to be pretty.
I was a famous kisser.
As do Maikar the Butcher's Boy.
She asked me to, my lord, she asked me to.
And the Bard Marillion.
Only music the Northerners know is a howling of wolves.
Wildcard bitches, yeehaw, let's go. Lem Lemoncloak speaks with RP despite being a commoner, which is interesting.
Protecting the people is hungry work.
Maybe the theories are true, he must be Richard Lonmouth or whatever. Now, we don't know where Qyburn is from exactly, but we first meet him in Harrenhal, so let's say he's a Riverlander. He speaks with quite a posh, thespian kind of RP, which suggests he's of noble descent, if the show is being consistent.
Queen Cersei demands Daenerys' unconditional surrender.
Anguy the Archer, Brother Ray, and these Freyguards have those northern Sheffield accents.
When I'm done talking, that arrow's falling down on your fat head.
How many men did it take to cut you down?
I bet there were 1,000 men claiming they were the one.
It was me.
Aha, I bet you thought you'd escaped from those. A few Freys sound northern too. Lothar and Blackwalder.
He surprised us.
I don't think it's fair to blame
For
us.
300 years.
And Season 6 Fatwalder.
Isn't he wonderful?
Although Season 5 Fatwalder speaks with RP.
Thank you, Ramsay.
Even though it's the same actress. Are you keeping up with all this? Now, this can be justified because the Riverlands is right underneath the north, so you can imagine the northern accent would have spread past the border somewhat. Oh, and finally, we first meet Bronn in the Riverlands, although we don't know where he's originally from.
There's no cure for being a cunt.
It's very likely that he's from the north, as the character speaks with a northern English accent, although not a Sheffield one to my ear. It sounds more Lancastrian.
Careful now. We don't want to get blood all over your pretty white cloak.
The dialect of the northern city of Lancaster in Lancashire. I've also been told by the comments that it might be more of a Bolton accent. Not House Bolton, but Bolton the town in Greater Manchester. Moving eastward to the Vale. Again, most of the nobles speak with RP. Robin Arryn, Lysa Arryn,
No one can act as you. Tell him, Mummy! Tell him!
Isn't he beautiful?
Anya Wainwood and Yorn Royce.
There was a witness, a girl.
A niece of yours, I believe.
Not many Vale lords here either. Man, we were robbed. Hugh of the Vale speaks with RP as well, although he's a commoner.
As you can see, I'm busy.
But the jailer Maud, of course, has an appropriate Cockney accent.
Sleep good, little dwarf man.
The wildcards here are especially spicy. In Season 1 there appeared to be an attempt to make the Vale like the Wales of Westeros. After all, the name kinda sounds similar, the region protrudes from the main body of the continent, and the Vale is full of sheep. Hell, Daemon literally makes a sheep shagger joke in House of the Dragon. That's like the ultimate cliched Welsh joke. Personally, I've always been reminded of Wales when reading about Littlefinger. Just like how the modest little country is represented by a big fierce dragon flag, the tiny plot of land owned by House Baelish is represented by the grandiose Titan head sigil. This section of the script sounds way more rude towards Wales than I intended. If you're Welsh, please feel free to send me hate in the comments. I think I've got some Welsh blood in me though, so it's okay. Anyway, due to all this, 2 Season 1 characters have Welsh accents. Savardis Aegon,
Servadus Egan, Knight of the Vale.
and the clansman Shagger.
Take the half-man. He can dance for the children. Kill the other one.
And that's it. That's every single Vale character's accent. We can move on now. Yep, no one else to talk about. No one else. Please, please don't make me talk about Littlefinger. Alright, here we go. Where do I fucking begin? In Season 1, Peter Baelish has a Southern RP accent, with a slight London twang in my opinion. More estuary than RP, potentially.
Now what will I buy with 100 gold dragons? A dozen barrels of Dornish wine?
In Season 2, his accent jumps between English, Welsh, and a strange mixture of both.
And Harrenhal. I suppose that's off the table as well.
In Season 3 and 4, his voice becomes raspy and his Englishness completely disappears.
I can't tell you how touched I am by your concern for my welfare.
He's doing some sort of Welsh-Irish mix, I guess. I don't really know. He tones down the Batman voice in Season 5, but never reclaims his Season 1 English accent again for some reason. I don't know why. I'm confused.
I'm a bit confused.
Westerland's time. Get hype. Lord Tywin Lannister speaks with posh RP.
I do hope your savages are going to be of some use, otherwise we wasted good steel on them.
Jamie's accent is similar, but has a Danish undertone that never really goes away.
Lady Stark, I'd offer you my sword, but I seem to have lost it.
Cersei's accent is also RP, but it's far more middle class in contrast to Tywin's upper class accent.
Hello, little dove. But you are a beauty.
Tyrion... Alright, Tyrion's going into wildcards. We'll get there soon. Kevin, Lancel, and my favourite Lannister, Alton, remember him? All speak with standard RP.
Stark's son has called his banners. He moves south with a strong host.
It's made too small, Your Grace. It won't go.
An honourable request, Your Grace.
As do Sir Emery Lorch.
Where are you going, girl?
And Podrick Payne.
I didn't tell them anything.
What did you do to them?
Lots of things.
Ilan Payne speaks with... Oh wait, my bad. Sandor Clegane has a kind of middle-class RP accent, although it sometimes becomes quite posh, and other times becomes downright Scottish.
What the fuck's a lommy?
The actor is, of course, from the Scottish city of Glasgow. The commoners Pulliver, Theo, Jeff, and the Tickler all have Cockney accents.
Just keeping the king's peace?
But now we've been gone a while, we can't wait to get home.
I just think about my dad out there on his boat all alone.
Where's the Brotherhood?
Wildcard time again. Come back to us, Tyrion.
Though I would treasure your friendship, mainly interested in your facility with murder.
Tyrion is a strange one. Peter Dinklage is, of course, an American from New Jersey. Yes, he's going for a Southern RP accent, but it sounds odd. He exaggerates, he over-enunciates, he speaks the occasional word with a more kind of northern accent, and he kind of sounds like he's got a mild speech impediment, something of a thespian lisp. As strange as his accent sounds to a native Englishman like myself, it doesn't sound like an American doing a bad accent. It does sound believable, just odd. It kind of sounds like a brand new English accent no one's discovered yet. Honestly, when I first watched the show, he made me completely forget about the strange voice through sheer charisma alone. That's impressive. Another strange one is The Mountain, played by 3 different actors. The first actor is Australian and only says one word. But in a pretty convincing English way, I guess. The second actor's English sounds downright posh, honestly.
We weren't expecting you till tomorrow, Lord Tywin.
And the third is Icelandic, of course. An Icelander trying to do a Southern English RP accent. Or so I thought. Supposedly Gregor in Season 4 may have been dubbed over by the English actor Richard Ridings. And the weird intonation during the duel can be explained by Richard having to match Halfthor's lips.
Who am I fighting?
Honestly, it doesn't sound too bad, but the intonation is completely off. At one point, instead of saying, "Then I smashed her head in," like this, he says, "Then I smashed her head in like this," which isn't quite right. Oh, and finally, the character of Eddie has the rare Ed Sheeran accent. Never forget.
For hands of gold are always cold, but a woman's hands are warm.
Riding fast to the Stormlands. The Baratheon brothers each have different accents, which is pretty funny. Despite being a Southern lord, Robert Baratheon has a North Yorkshire accent, the same as the actor Mark Addy, who comes from York.
Your mother was a dumb whore with a fat arse. Did you know that?
Maybe we can chalk this up to Bobby spending lots of time with Ned Stark in the Vale. Stannis Baratheon's accent seems to be a mix of Southern RP with a bit of London, so kind of estuary.
Joffrey, Renly, Robb Stark, they're all thieves. They'll bend the knee or I'll destroy them.
But there's also a bit of Northern in there too. Very odd. Renly Baratheon speaks with classic RP.
Your son can go on calling himself king in the north. The Starks will have dominion over all lands north of Merc Caitlin.
As do fellow Stormlanders Beric Dondarrion.
Go in peace, Sandor Clegane. The Lord of Light isn't done with you yet.
Barristan Selmy.
Not so many years ago we fought as enemies at the Trident.
Meryn Trant.
You're an up-jumped cutthroat.
Nothing more.
And Brienne of Tarth. Brienne's accent is actually noticeably upper class and very well enunciated.
Your Grace, I ask the honour of a place in your Kingsguard.
Off we go now to the fertile lands of the Reach. Lord Mace Tyrell and his mother Olenna have upper class RP accents.
Thank you, Your Grace, for the courage of your testimony.
There appears to be a good deal of room elsewhere on the premises for everyone else.
While Loras and Marjorie have more middle class RP accents.
I owe you my life, sir.
You are very welcome here, Lady Stark. I'm so sorry for your loss.
The Florence, Celise, Melissa and Axel also speak with RP.
It's what the Lord wants. It's a good thing.
I never thought I'd see you again. You look wonderful.
Oh. Celise! You're my sister!
As do Archmaester Ebros.
We are this world's memory, Samuel Tarly. Without us, men would be little better than dogs.
Lord Randall Tarly.
I thought the Night's Watch might make a man of you.
Both Dickons and Tala Tarly.
Brought it down from 70 yards, one shot.
I'm Dickon Tarly, son of Randall Tarly.
You'll be wanting a bath after all that travel.
But not Samwell himself. The actor John Bradley is actually using his natural South Manchester accent for Sam Tarly.
And this is our son, Samwell.
Not sure how the character developed that. You know, it's about time we travel to the Crown Lands. Joffrey, Myrcella and Tommen all speak with RP.
I'm telling Mother. Oh. You really believe that?
I'm alright.
As do Shireen Baratheon.
It's all right, Father.
Grand Maester Pycelle.
Varys. It was Varys the spider.
Septa Unella.
The seven hells brim with the souls of saintly men.
And both High Septons.
May the crown give her wisdom.
The second High Septon in particular speaks with a very dramatic thespian lisp, which is probably quite performative.
As the High Septon of the Faith of the Seven, I give voice to the will of the gods and am their foremost servant in this world.
The commoners Hot Pie and Rorge have Cockney accents.
What's a gutter rat like you do with a sword?
The king's dead. He drank poison wine at his own wedding.
As does the poor fella who gets his head crushed by the mountain.
High and mighty Queen Cersei sits an arse jiggling in the breeze.
We've got a fun mix of wildcards over here. Janos Slint is initially a commoner, but has a southern RP accent, with a very mild bit of scouse coming through.
Did you hear me, boy? I will not have it!
On the flip side, the common-born High Sparrow has an upper-class RP accent.
High Sparrow. Sounds ridiculous, doesn't it?
Gendry is a commoner and has a slight Cockney twang, and a slight northern twang too, but mostly speaks with RP.
Then he started asking me about my mother, who she was, what she looked like.
Remember when I said that Cole Tanner from Flea Bottom had a Mancunian accent? Well, another Flea Bottom native is Davos Seaworth, who speaks with a Geordie accent.
Last time I was here, you killed my son with wildfire.
Which comes from the northern English city of Newcastle. Not to be confused with Newcastle in White Harbour, the seat of House Manderley. Nice one, George. I've also been told that his accent is actually closer to the Durham accent. I guess I caused some controversy there. Why does Davos have a random-ass Geordie accent? No clue, but it is a great accent. Oh, and by the way, his son Mathos speaks with RP.
So Jaime Lannister, the Kingslayer.
Iron Islands or Dawn? Let's go Iron Islands first. This entire region is basically full of wild cards. Lord Balon Greyjoy speaks with an upper-class RP accent.
When you rule the Iron Islands, you can wage all the peace you want, but for now, shut your mouth on a bay, or I will make another heir who will.
While his daughter Yara, not Asha, has a more middle-class accent.
So good to see you, brother. This is a homecoming I'll tell my grandchildren about.
The Ironborn Raider Harrog has a mild Cockney accent, although it sounded kind of Australian to me, so I checked and yep, the actor is Australian.
We're gonna sail east, find a nice quiet island, kill all the men, and take their wives for ourselves.
Dagmar has a very strong Yorkshire accent.
They're not going to respect you until you prove yourself.
Ralph Kenning has a Welsh accent.
I'm Kenning, commander of this garrison.
And Euron Greyjoy has the accent of a Dane doing a bad impression of an Englishman.
They cheated at dice. Or maybe I cheated.
Kind of a worst-case scenario Jaime accent. This guy Black Lauren, wait for it, he's Scottish. He's got a Scottish accent. Let's go.
I have been reaving and raping since before you left Balon's balls, Captain.
Now it's time to smuggle ourselves across the sands of Dorne. Oberyn is basically the Ned Stark of Dorne.
I'm going to hear you confess before you die. You raped my sister. You murdered her. You killed her children.
Every other character in the region is just copying the way he speaks, that being a blend of Spanish and Middle Eastern accents, although Pedro Pascal said he was specifically inspired by his Chilean father. Duran, Tristane, Ilaria, Obara, Nymeria and Tayin are all basically attempting the same accent.
You decided to enter my country in secret and abduct our guest by force.
I have learned the value of mercy from my father.
What are you doing in Dorne?
Without Doran, we have no army to march against the Lannisters.
You may have a problem. I'm with you, always.
The only wildcard here is Sir Arthur Dane, who speaks with RP, but to be fair, he's a stony Dornishman bordering the Reach.
I wish you good fortune in the wars to come.
At last we set sail for Essos. This is going to be a weird one. Let's start with the Free Cities. In Pentos we have Illyrio Mopatis, Viserys Targaryen and Daenerys Targaryen, who speak with RP, although Viserys' accent is noticeably upper class.
The Dothraki are not known for their punctuality.
We've been his guests for over a year and he's never asked us for anything. Well, Illyria's no fool. He knows I won't forget my friends when I come into my throne.
Interestingly, Dany in the books is said to have a Tyroshi accent, which is described as a wet, girly tongue. From the Free City of Lys we have Varys, who speaks with RP, and in Season 4 claims that he's lost his accent entirely.
Sansa came to court this morning to plead for your life.
What did his accent used to be? Another character from Lys is Dorea, who speaks with RP as well, so that can't be the standard accent of this city.
Men like to talk when they're happy. Before your brother bought me for you, it was my job to make men happy.
The only other person from Lys is Salad Horsan, who is apparently speaking with a Zimbabwean accent, according to the comments.
You don't know how persuasive I am. I never tried to fuck you.
So just to clarify, there is a non-zero chance that Varys used to have an African accent. Just throwing that one out there. The Free City of Tyrosh boasts Daario Naharis. The first Daario had a Cockney accent.
They ordered me to murder you. I told them I preferred not to. They told me I had no choice. I am Daario Naharis. I always have a choice.
But the second uses RP, although it sounds slightly off because the actor is Dutch.
Sir Worm is stronger than he looks. I can see his arms beginning to shake.
From Myr we have Thoros, who boasts a Cockney accent. Maybe he developed this during his time in King's Landing.
You've got nothing to fear from us, son. The Lords of Westeros want to burn the countryside. We're trying to save it.
From Qohor we have Tobo Mott, who speaks with RP as well.
Here he is. Strong for his age. Works hard.
And from Norvos we have Erio Hotar, who, you guessed it,
you'll find out very soon,
also speaks with RP. What a great variety of foreign accents across this huge continent. Everyone is English, apparently. From the Free City of Lorath we have Jaqen Hagar, who has a fun foreign-sounding accent compared to the average Westerosi.
You saved me and the two I was with. You stole 3 deaths from the Red God.
The actor is German, although he said he was putting on a vague, exotic accent for the role. The other Lorathi character is Shay, Shady Funny Hua, who is German with Turkish parents, so she has an interesting mixed accent.
The fire is burning your pretty soft skin.
Is Lorath Germany? The Lorathi are Germans and the Thenns are Slavic? This is blowing my mind. There are 2 characters from the Free City of Volantis. Jane Talisa Maegir speaks with RP, although she moved to Westeros when she was younger, so that explains it.
I'm not sure I'm a lady. Westerosi customs are still a bit foreign to me.
The Red Priestess Kinvara, meanwhile, speaks with the actress's native Israeli accent.
Daenerys Stormborn is the one who was promised. From the fire she was reborn to remake the world.
The final Free City to explore is Braavos. The most interesting accent to come from this place is from Syrio Forel.
That is not the way, boy. It is not a great sword that is needing 2 hands to swing it.
The actor was doing an exaggerated impression of his Greek father, and threw some Italian and Spanish into the mix. Seeing as Braavos is kind of like Venice, it makes sense to go for a Mediterranean accent. Or not, apparently, because every single other Braavosi character has an English accent. No, really. The sellsword captain Miro speaks Cockney.
You, slave girl, bring wine.
As do the Bravos who try to pick a fight with Arya.
Turn around and go.
That's a nice little sword. Worth 100 pigeons, a sword like that.
The banker Tycho Nestoris speaks with RP.
The Iron Throne is currently occupied by Tommen of the House Baratheon, King of the Andals and the First Men, Lord of the 7 Kingdoms and Protector of the Realm.
As does the waif.
When it's time, not before. Get back to work.
Isambaro is doing a comical northern accent while playing Robert.
Oh! Murdered by a boar! The great big hairy whore!
While backstage he has a posh RP accent.
These people are worse than animals.
Meanwhile, Clorenzo sounds posh on stage as Joffrey,
Oh, come, father, in bed you must lie.
but speaks with a Cockney accent backstage.
It's a wart. 2 warts. I've got 2 fucking warts on my cock. Well, don't worry, love.
Lady Crane, Bobono and Bianca are using RP accents in character and out of character.
I feel the winds of winter as they lick across the land.
He brought you here, Ned Stark, because you're the brightest fellow in the land.
Save my father!
While Carmelo is performing a ridiculous Sheffield accent as Ned.
Ooh, what's happened here then?
In contrast to his posh, lovey voice backstage.
Well, don't worry, love. They usually go away in 5 or 6 years.
Now we're riding across the Great Dothraki Sea. According to David J. Peterson, Dothraki is supposed to sound like a mix between Arabic and Spanish. Drogo, Iri, Jikwi, Rakaro, Kothor and Moro speak with this kind of blend.
Vamos.
Over in the city of Karth, the Spice King and Zaro Zoandaxos speak with RP.
They call you the Mother of Dragons. I will vouch for her, her people, and her dragons, in accordance with the law.
While the Warlock Pyat Pri has a Scottish accent, another one. There are 2 Scots.
Look closely enough, and you can see yourself in them.
Why is there a Scot all the way in Karth? Why was so much detail given to the Dothraki accent, but over in Karth, fuck it, make them English and Scottish, why not? Oh, and there's Quaith, who has a general foreign-sounding accent that I can't really place.
They shall come day and night to see the wonder born into the world again. And when they see, they shall lust.
The actress is German, but the character certainly doesn't sound very German to me. I've got no qualifications, by the way, I'm not a linguist, like this whole video is just my vibes. There's a strange mix going over in Slavers Bay. Krasnizmo Naklos has an Arabic-inspired accent, I believe. As does Yezenzo Kagaz.
The dragons beneath the Great Pyramid will be slaughtered.
Grey Worm's accent sounds like a mix of Arabic and African to me. The actor was told to use a vaguely foreign accent and improvised.
It is hard for me to say goodbye to you.
Razdal Mo Eraz and Hizdar Zolorak have Southern English accents, for some reason.
If blood is your desire, blood shall flow. But why? They're waiting for you. Clap your hands.
And Vala sounds kind of French. I don't really know what's going on here. From the exotic island of Narth, we have the exotic Masande and her exotic Southern English accent, of course.
I have heard that more than one Unsullied has been known to visit Marine's brothels.
From Ashai, however, we have Melisandre. The actress is Dutch, but Dutch people in the comments told me her accent sounded like a Dutch person trying to do an English accent.
The night is dark and full of terrors, old man. But the fire burns them all away.
Finally, we have the unknowns. Ironically, Harry Strickland doesn't speak with an English accent, even though that's the only character in Essos where it would arguably make sense because he's from an exiled Westerosi house. No, Harry has the natural accent of his actor, Marco Rissman, a German.
They are excellent beasts, Your Grace, but not well suited to long sea voyages.
There we have it. Every single accent in Game of Thrones, apart from all the ones I missed or got wrong, which I'm sure you'll tell me about in the comments. Why did I do this video? I don't actually know. Hey, guess what? Merch. FantasyHavenMerch.com. We've got mugs, we've got t-shirts, we've got caps, check it out. We've also got a Patreon with exclusive videos and Discord access, so check that out too if you're interested. David Zaslav, please don't take this video down. If you enjoyed this, feel free to like and subscribe. Click the video on the left to check out the real mountain, and the video on the right to check out the real hound. Special thanks to all my patrons, in particular, Andre, Caden, Colshot, Devcole, Itchaboi, Elias and Pioneer. See you next time.